This training session is created for the Four Corners Regional Education Cooperative, the state technology initiative. Our goal is to assist teachers in implementing technology into their lessons. Today's topic is screenshots with a Mac. A screenshot can also be known as a snipping tool. What it does is it just takes a picture of either your whole screen or a part of your screen, saves it as an image, and then it can be inserted into anything that will accept an image into the document. So I could insert it into this Google slide, I could insert it into PowerPoint or a Word document, Excel, infinite number of possibilities of what you could insert it into. Okay, so what I do is I like to have my kids get some kind of no pressure practice on the computer. And so I would find an application, and so in this case I found ipracticemath.com, in which I could practice fractions. There were all kinds of things. I just chose fractions with like denominators. I set myself up with an account so that it shows my name. That way one student doesn't do the work and then 10 people take credit for it, so it has to show the name. And I did 10 problems. I started out with this. All these stars were clear, and as I got a problem correct, they filled in. It made me do 10 problems correctly. If I missed one, I didn't get a star filled in, and I just kept doing it until I got 10 correct problems. And so I wanted to make sure my kids were held accountable and not just messing around on the computer. So I would have them take a screenshot of this little section right here, and then they could either print it or email it to me. And then I could see that they did it and give them credit for it, however you decide you would want to give them credit for it. Okay, so on the Mac, to take a screenshot, there's several ways, but probably the easiest way to show them all is to hit the Shift, the Command, and the 5, and hold them all three down at the same time. So I'm Shift, Command, 5, and I've got this menu down at the bottom. As you see, my cursor turned into a camera. My first choice is to just capture the entire screen. So whatever's on my screen, if I clicked capture, that would get saved as an image. My second choice is to capture selected window. So if I had 2 or 3 different things open on the screen at the same time, I could select the window and it would only capture that. And the one I use most often is to capture a selected portion, which is just draws a rectangle around what you want. So I'm going to choose that one first, capture selected portion. It has a rectangle that I can drag and get whatever part I want. So I'm just gonna, all I need is I want to make sure it has my name showing. I want to make sure that it shows that I did my 10 problems. Once I've done that, I come down here and click capture, and it puts it down here in the bottom of the screen, but it also puts it on the desktop. I believe that's this one right here, as it just popped up. Okay, what I like to do, your desktop can get messy real quick if you take a lot of screenshots, so I usually make myself a folder. I just have it on the desktop, and inside my folder I have a few things already, so I'm just going to delete these off so that they're out of the way. And so in my screenshot folder, I'm just going to take this and drag it over. And you might want to have your students name it like with their first name, first initial, last name, and maybe the date. So then once we have a screenshot, We can go to, like I said, anything that will accept an image. So I've got Google Slides open here. I've got a blank slide and I want to put this screenshot into this slide. There's 3 different ways that I'm going to show you that you can put that in. If you go up here to Insert Image and Upload from Computer, is because I have it saved on my computer. And then you have to know where you saved it. So that's why I have it on my desktop in a folder. And I could highlight it and I could click Open and it would put it in. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to show you the other options. I'm going to cancel that. The second option is with these icons. It's the same exact thing. Insert image, upload from computer, and then go find it just like I did just a minute ago. Okay, I could click on it and I could click Open and it would put it in. Another option is to go down here to your Finder. Go find it. I just happened to be open, but I'm going to go find it on my desktop, my screenshots folder, and I can just grab it and drag it. So it's just 3 different methods to get that in there. So now I have this screenshot of where I did the activity that I was supposed to do. I could email it to my teacher. I could print it and hand it to my teacher. And it just gives them some practice and lets you have some control over did they do it or did they mess around the whole time. Okay, so that's the screenshot that I use most often, is just to capture a portion of it. But if I hit Shift Command 5 again, our other options, let's say I pick the capture the entire screen. When I click capture over here, just everything that's on my screen, I'm going to open up, I'm going to cancel this for just a minute. I'm going to open up my Finder, and now I'm going to do Command Shift 5. And if I do everything, capture the entire screen, everything's going to show up. My Finder screen is covering up part of my browser screen, but that's what I want for now. So I'm going to click capture. Again, it's down here. I could click on it and open it up. I could edit it if I wanted to. I can come up here and hit this, and I could put some markings on there if I ever needed to. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close out this. I'm going to minimize my browser. And this should be my screenshot right here. It's got the browser and the Finder window open. I'm going to close that and drag it to my screenshots folder. And maybe I'll rename that one Entire Window. Just so that I can tell what they are. They send them over as screenshot title with the date, and sometimes it's kind of hard to find. So, all right, I'm going to close that. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to get my Finder window open again. And I'm going to do Control-Shift-5. And this time, I'm going to choose the option of Capture Selected Window. When I do that, when I move my cursor, the Finder window is highlighted, so that's what would be captured. Or if I move on over, the browser window is highlighted, so that's what I would capture. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I captured it. I only captured the browser window. The Finder window will not be there. Notice I wasn't quick enough to click on this down here to find it. But it's always going to go to your desktop. Here it is. If I open it, my Finder window's not there. And I'll go ahead and drag it in. And just so that I can know what I took a screenshot of, I'm going to call this one the browser. And I want to thank you for participating in this training session. If you would, I would appreciate it if you'd take the time to scan this QR code. And there's just a short questionnaire letting me know that you did participate in the training, and then you can give me some feedback on your experience. Again, thank you for participating.